Unfortunately, there's been a death in the community here today. 420 k's to go.
Day 3 of the Central Arnhem Road, and I tell you what, the road between the Mainoru Store and Bulman was pretty average. That's the first time I've seen the ocean since probably Whyalla in South Australia.
A massive shout out to the following businesses that have jumped on board with us to support our travels, plus give you guys out there some amazing discounts.
Can never bring me down.
We're only 27 kilometres down the track from the store, and yeah, she's a bit hairy in sections on the road. There's rocky outcrops, there's corrugations, there's washouts,
There's everything.
you name it. Yeah, it's throwing the whole thing. But what were you just saying about the suspension on the Wonderland, Cam?
I was just saying, because it's got the airbags plus the dual shocks on it. If you look in the rear vision mirror, that the caravans is doing a floating effect, so it's absorbing everything. Compared to most caravans, it's have like a solid axle that's sort of rigid, you know what I mean? So you feel everything. But that caravan, when the Gen Y hits doing this effect, and the caravan absorbing underneath, things just like a floating pillow, pretty much. Incredible.
Yeah, I said I'd love to stick the GoPro under there, but I reckon, like Cam said, it wouldn't last 2 minutes and it'll be absolutely covered in dust if not a rock would crack it. Because yeah, there's some nasty boulders out here today, but what we've sort of been sitting on maximum between 40
and 60.
and 60, yeah, it's just sort of floating in between. Obviously Cam's on huge high alert.
A lot of things that sneak up on you. You think, oh, I've got a good run now, and all of a sudden there's this big wash out there, or these big rocks like they're showing this one's here. Like these huge big floaters just sticking out the ground. You've got to take your time because they're sharp. They'll just pop the side of your tyre out quick slow.
Big rock up hill up the top there, I suppose that's where it's all coming from.
But even on all the trees here, it is brown from the bull dust coming off the side.
Well, there's a lot of ore in the sand and stuff up here, so some of the spots, this is not even nowhere near as red as some of the spots we've been passing through. But yeah, everything is just stained. We're coming up against another, just rocks everywhere. But we're sort of only probably, what, roughly 22 k's from Bulman. They do say it gets better after that.
It gets better after Bulman for a couple hundred k's. They reckon this ball being freshly graded, so fingers crossed that's otherwise be a long day otherwise.
It's a gnarly bit of road, that's for sure, but yeah, we've done corrugations and rocky bits before, so the go is just to always sort of take it easy. And
yeah, and you can get fuel here at Bulman too, they reckon, so I think the price was $2.60, something like that. But what we have noticed is, because we're stopping and starting a fair bit, we're using a bit more fuel. You're not sitting on a constant speed, so you're sort of backing off, flooring back off, and so we have gone up a bit in fuel economy. So today I think we're averaging about 25, where we normally would average between 20 and 21, so it's a bit of a difference. So if you are sort of trying to work out your fuel economy, your distances and that, I would definitely allow a lot more than what you would normally use on the highway, because yeah, you're chewing it up, stopping and starting, that's for sure.
have you sort of found that your tyre pressure's, like, obviously in the rear of the truck, he's sitting on 44 and yeah, and then 32 on the front, and we sort of find that when you're hitting these corrugations, Cam just sort of said, just try to find that real sweet spot so you don't get the major corrugations. It seems to be sliding over it quite nicely, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. If you slow down, it starts getting worse, and if you go too fast, it's a bit too much. That's just trying to find that medium in between, that's all. So
there we have it, day 3 on the Arnhem Road. Yeah, we'll keep chugging along at it, and we'll be in Bulman, and we'll show you through that little community town of Arnhem Land.
Can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. Can never bring me
Alrighty, so we pulled up at Bulman, and they call it Gulin Gulin So we came off the highway as you came in and headed up a road to come around and turn back and come in. And yeah, unfortunately there's been a death in the community here today, so they had it all shut off, and the lady sort of said come back out into the road and come back around. So, yeah, I know, poor buggers. $2.50 a litre. We just picked up 60 litres. Still got a fair bit in the truck.
well, we could have made it there, but in the middle of nowhere, let's put a bit extra in just to be safe, eh?
Yeah. And I'm just going to hop in the van and have a little bit of a look to see if there's any damage.
Yeah, a little bit of a look around here. We'll look at some concrete to make sure we're all good.
That was a bit of a hairy stretch that. Well, it's taken us, what, about an hour, I say. Still vibrating, still losing little bits and pieces of wood from when the van was made, but so far so good. After we had a flood in the van, which was a while back, yeah, I've learnt from that, but yeah, it's always a little bit hair raising. Paper towels come down, but that's no big issue. The bin's moved. Oh, and the towels are down. Oh, this is obviously let go. But apart from that, it's all good in. Whoop. Alright, so that might need be a bit of readjusting. But apart from that, everything has stayed pretty well in place. It looks all good. There you go. So the van is intact, which is good to know. We're in 20 k's to go.
420. Getting there.
Tapping away. Nah, it's just
Speaking
cool.
of the truck driver just then that just pulled up, he just said that the road here onwards is not too bad. But he said the last 100 getting into Gove or to Nhulunbuy is pretty bad. So he said just
Somebody said that to us, but they said that
people
road,
now.
yeah.
So,
What, worse than what we've just done, or?
he didn't really say, he just said it was bad, so.
Okay. It is the worst that he's seen it in a few years.
Well, no, he said that the last couple of years they haven't graded it. This year they have graded sections, so normally it's pretty bad all the way, but this year they're obviously grading sections of it, so it's not too bad, he said.
You checked the car and the car was all good when we stopped.
Yep,
and got
car's
fuel.
all good, caravan's all good, everything's all good. It's just,
Hopefully it stays that way.
that's it. Hopefully we can get a bit more speed, but it's been slow going, done 70 k's in just over an hour a bit, so.
But there is no hurry.
That's it. We're going to stop the side of the road tonight anyway, so.
Yeah, we'd rather just take it easy and enjoy this ride and journey that we're on. Something that we've dreamt about for a very, very, very long time. What's happening in the back seat, Crazy?
Watching a movie.
You on the laptop watching movies, hey? I've just stopped and got him some snacks. Oh, more donkeys out the window, Cruz. Yeah, so somebody in the back seat's happy as. Aren't you, mate? Food is always a good thing on the road. Alright, let's get to the next stop. So we pulled up for lunch, finally, after a pretty long stretch of slow going. So Cruz has requested his good old same. He loves the cooked air fried chips and little chicken bites that you buy from Woolies. So we've got his lunch cooking. Cam's doing a bit of chilling out over here, catching up on social media, you Cam?
Yeah, good on you.
And I've just made him his favourite. But Cruz is chilling out. Everyone's catching up on a little bit of R&R after being on such rocky, corrugated road. But this is lunch. Chicken, leftover chicken for dinner last night and salad wraps. So we'll go give it to Cam and see what reaction I get.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Here we go, big boss. There's
Thanks,
lunch.
boss. All the works and jerks.
Well, you got us here in one piece, so I think you deserve something.
And a bit of wash down the bull dust as well.
I won't show you the spot yet. Hey, this is pretty good spot.
I'll reveal it in a minute.
Whose choice was it? But
Right.
he'll always say it's his, but it was really mine. Anyway, we had both communal inputs.
That's it. Okay, so day 3 of the Central Arnhem Road, and I tell you what, the road between the Mainoru Store and Bulman was pretty average. It was pretty slow going, some spots down to 40, 50. It was just heavily corrugated and just like rock floaters coming out of the ground and things like that. So yeah, definitely take your time between those two spots. But after Bulman, it did get a bit better. Some areas look like they've been graded, and then some spots have sort of just come back to corrugations and sort of washouts and things like that again. So so yeah, it was slow going, but some spots we could get up to about 80, I suppose, but most of the time I say an average speed we're doing about 60, I reckon. So that's just taking, obviously we're towing 4.5 tonne, we are big, so yeah, just taking it easy. We did see a couple of trucks on there which were sort of sitting on about 20 or 30, I reckon. So we've seen some dust in the horizon. We're thinking surely no one's going any slower than us, and we get a bit closer and the truckie got us on the two-way and said I'll stop and if you want to come past me. So yeah, even the trucks do make this road is incredible, because I don't know how the trailers take the corrugations, but so This spot here is called Rocky Bottom Creek, and I tell you what, it probably has to be one of the best spots we've stayed at so far on our trip. I reckon it's definitely up one of the top 3 because we had the whole place to ourselves for starters, but we've got a running creek right alongside our camp. So we had to sort of come off the main Central Road. You come off the track about 1k. You had to go through the water crossing, which wasn't that deep. Come in here, there is spaces in here, some more spaces over there, and if you keep going around that bend a bit further, some more spaces up there as well. So some shaded areas. We decided to pop ourselves right alongside the creek here, and I tell you what, just the sound of that water trickling, sitting there with camp last night having a few beers, was absolutely wicked. It was so good. It's you just don't get to experience that very often. But yeah, the water is just crystal clear. Little fall there, and just up through here. Just up little falls as well. So yeah, just the sound of that is pretty cool. Also, there's some little fish in there as well. So the crew spent a lot of time. His little net he's got, and he caught about 3 or 4 little fish last night with his net. So he's pretty stoked with that. So yeah, we fit in there quite easily. There's a little fire pit here as well. But look at that. It's I wouldn't think you'd get too many crocs around this area, so swimming in here I reckon you'd have no troubles at all. There's some quite little nice spots in there. There's little fish cruising past. But yeah, you can sit in there quite easily. Yesterday come over a bit overcast here, so we didn't decide to jump in, but the water's not too bad in temperature wise. Otherwise, look at that, it is so clear. So yeah, that's us all set up there. We're going to start packing up now and start heading on from Rocky Bottom. I'm going to go all the way to Nhulunbuy today, so there's about 230 k's remaining. So they reckon the last 100 k's before Nhulunbuy is the worst, the whole track. So I'm really looking forward to that. But we'll take our time. We've got all day, yeah, looking forward to getting to Nhulunbuy. So Rocky Bottom, if you're coming along the Central Road, definitely pull into Rocky Bottom. It's definitely a good spot to stay.
So the boys have got the fire going. Woohoo! Nice to have a fire.
Near the creek.
Yeah, and the water running in the background. It's bloody awesome.
I'm going to heap of firewood, that wood box, so I'm going to get rid of it.
I actually took a little bit of a glimpse in there today, and that firewood was that red covered in dust.
Yeah, my hands are red pulling it out. We found a little nugget down there as well from the last camp, so.
Oh, that'll be all-nighter, that one. Yeah, but this camp, well, this actual perimeter of all these rocks and everything were already here when we got here. So we thought, what other than a perfect spot to pull up and back the van in. It was literally just made for the van. So we've pulled up. We've been for a little bit of an explore and check the area out and see what it's all about and admire this beautiful country up here. It's a special place, isn't it?
Certainly is.
And the temperature is just wow.
I know, it's 6 o'clock now and it's bloody still 30 degrees, muggy as.
Cruz is in his element. He's been fishing in the creek just down below here, catching little guppy type fish, haven't you, mate?
I've got 2 fish. One's almost dead.
Well,
sadly.
you've been playing with them. You had one on my earlobe.
Yeah.
It was like it was kissing my earlobe.
Yeah.
I was like, bloody hell, it
Like
scared the
it.
shit out of me.
Means
Excuse my language. But anyway, time to sit back, have a few quiet brewskis before dinner and enjoy this fire. But how's this sound? Like, listen.
You can hear that river running out.
What do you reckon about this spot, Cruz? Like, honestly, tell me your honest opinion.
Great.
How much do you love this spot?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. So on the Central Arnhem Road, which so far, this is obviously our third night in, which has been your best camp to date yet?
Arnhem Road.
Yep. We've stayed, this is our third spot.
This is hard, eh?
So we stayed at the Jurassic Park lookout.
That was pretty good, yeah.
We stayed at the Mainoru Store last night, and now we're at Flat Rock Creek. Which one did you like, the Jurassic Park one better?
I don't know.
They're all so different, aren't they?
Kind of like the Jurassic Park one, but I like this one kind of better, so I give this one the best one.
Oh, you give this one the best one. I reckon I could easily have another night on the road. So we just pulled up just to get a couple of snacks and just check the van over and show you guys Flat Rock Creek. So by the looks of it, they had a heck of a lot of rain here last night. We had a few spits at camp, but obviously nowhere near what they sort of got. So yeah, Cam's not 100% keen bringing the van down here, but looks as though you can sort of come through and then come out. But with a big van, it's a bit risky until you have a bit of a look, because if you can't turn around, you can't turn around. But you can camp down here right on the creek. We were going to camp down here yesterday, but somebody, well, the owner from the store told us where we camped the night before that the one that we went to last night is better than this. Does look really, really nice, but they, so yeah, there could possibly be crocs in here. Does look a bit more infested, doesn't it?
Doesn't look as inviting as the other one, does it?
No, it's still a pretty spot. There's obviously a picnic bench here. And it is a gorgeous spot, but Not the sound of running water like we had. Bigger fish in here for cruise. I can't see any crocs here though. Not that I want to find any. Yeah, I wouldn't be going swimming in that, that's for sure. So anyway, this is Flat Rock Creek. Wiki Camp, Central Arnhem Road. It's good to just check all these spots out. Obviously we've got to take this road on our way back. So we just sort of wanted to have a look, pop in and have a look. See what it was all about. They've been pumping water from here, hey?
They're grading the road up further, yeah.
Yeah, apparently the grader's up a bit further, so...
The sea containers up there, so...
What do they put these bins here for? How many people dump rubbish in there? Not too bad. At least these campsites are really kept nice and clean. No rubbish. Hopefully it stays like that. But, yeah... What a muddy mess. They must have had heaps of rain here last night, Cam.
Yeah, must have done, yeah.
We had a quick couple of showers, didn't we? But
It did look further up on the radar, so we're pretty lucky.
Anyway, time to just jump in the van, get cruising out to some little morning tea snacks and keep punching some more of this dirt road out.
Right, so we're about probably 130 k's now to Nhulunbuy. We just pulled over, had a bit of a check around the car and caravan, and Sharon's making a couple of wraps in the caravan, and we'll eat them on the way. But we're getting close. But I thought I'd show you a couple of signs here that we see a fair bit up this way. So most of the T sections here, heading off to little camp areas or whatever, or to the communities, you need to have a permit. So you get that on the websites. Yeah, so just be aware if you do want to enter in some of these camps or whatever, you just do need to get a permit. So I'll quickly show you that. But look, the last, I don't know, 80 k's I suppose from Flats Top Creek, I think it was called, the roads have been really good. The graders have been going past, and it's been, yeah, smooth sailing, sitting on about 80-90 k's. Every now and then just a couple of little divots in the road or whatever, but yeah, happy with that. But I'm still reckon there's only about 60 k's remaining, and we're going to hit this real bad 100 k's before Nhulunbuy, which everyone keeps talking about. So yeah, there's the road here at the moment. Well, someone's come up the road, but yeah, it's all no corrugations, just all flat roads, and yeah, it's been really good. It's been catching a bit of time up, so have a quick bite to eat, and then we'll keep punching on, get this last 130 remaining, and get to Nhulunbuy.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun, the feeling we chase. I'm wide awake, take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive.
Okay, so we're 60 kilometres from Nhulunbuy, and we've just pulled up. Behind us is a Telstra tower. It's marked on Wiki Camps, and they say from this spot you're actually supposed to have a sighting of Nhulunbuy. So we thought, why not? We'll hop out of the car and have a bit of a look and see if we could spot it. The boys have already beat me to it. Let's have a look, hey?
You just get a glimpse of the ocean there. That's the first time I've seen the ocean since probably Whyalla in South Australia.
There's a huge big valley down there.
Long gap in between.
We're getting there.
Another escarpment.
Oh, okay, so you can sort of now make it out that there is a bit of a bay there, and you can see the other part of the, but I don't know, well obviously that would be Nhulunbuy, furthest island over from that bay. on the other side of the peninsula.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice and warm here today too, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And we hopped out of the car and it was still 28 degrees. So very, very tropical up here. As you can see, we're all in our shorts, no jumpers.
That's it.
It's brilliant. Okay, good to have a little leg stretch. Get back in the car and let's punch out this last 60 kilometres and get into Nhulunbuy.
I'm just gonna drive, drive, drive. I'm just gonna drive, drive.